名前が変わったんですけど大丈夫ですか？
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. We would now like to begin the Japan Pavilion seminar titled Midori Infinity Deploy GHG Emission Reduction Technologies with Private Sector, hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries MAF of Japan. My name is Kumi Naruse from Renyo Kako Company Limited, and I will be serving the seminar today. So please enjoy it until the end. This May, Japan's Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries formulated Midori Infinity, the initiative for net zero compatible with food security through international expansion of innovative technology to promote the overseas deployment of greenhouse gas emission reduction technologies, attract decarbonization investment into the agri-food sector, and expand markets for agri-food companies engaging in climate-related businesses. In today's seminar, we are pleased to introduce to a series of solutions presented by Japanese private sector companies that share the vision of Midori Infinity, contributing to both decarbonization and food security. Toward the end of this session, the Alliance of Voluntary Japanese Private Companies will deliver a joint statement on their contributions to climate action, the agri-food systems, and sustainable development. This seminar is also being streamed online, and we hope you will stay with us until the very end. Thank you. So now, to open this session, we would like to invite Dr. Marshall Berner, Senior National Resources Officer at the Food and Agriculture Organizations of the United Nations, to deliver his opening remarks. Dr. Berner, please come up on the stage.
Thank you. This one or this one?
Better. It rain sometimes.
Okay. Well, I will use this one. Okay. So, distinguished delegates, colleagues, friends, good afternoon. Boa tarde. So, for FAO, it's really a great pleasure to be here for open that event on the Cop30 Japan Pavilion, where we have that really highlights the strong collaboration we have with the government of Japan, and particularly for FAO with MAF. So let me just provide you, it will be a short speech, but with some important numbers just to put all in perspective what we will hear from the private companies. So we really are at a turning point where climate change is already affecting our food systems in all their diversities, from water, from fisheries, from forest, rice production, livestock production. And for many farming and rural communities, the impact are already being felt today. And this is 1.2 billion of people directly working on depending on the agri-food system, on all of us for the food we eat. But those systems also hold important solutions. And let me just put you how those solutions can be really prominent. The agri-food system can help to reduce 30% of greenhouse gas emission if managed sustainably. So it's really time, and we really need that transformation of agriculture to address, to help the abatement of greenhouse gas. And to say in a different way, and more simply, without agriculture, agri-food system, forest, fishery, it's impossible to meet the 1.5 goal. So we need to activate all what we have at our disposition. But we have good news. Investing in climate-resilient crop, livestock, forest and fishery, restoring degraded land, and we will hear a lot of that during the scope, and reducing also food and loss. This is all of us can do that. We can bring benefits not only to climate, but also to biodiversity, to sustainable goals, and to livelihood, and having a sustainable food for all of us. Japan has played an important role in advancing these pathways through innovation, technology, and we can see here a lot of technology and innovation to support the sustainability of value chain. Japan has helped strengthen resilience among farmers, fishers, and rural communities, particularly in the regions that are the most affected. Today's session reflects that shared commitment. FAO has been really working closely with Japan, and I've said with MAF, and I will give you just an example. We had the Midori, so we have Midori Infinity. We are part of that. We have the Midori Paris Agreement Collaboration Impact Project, where it's on the MAF implemented by FAO, and where we try to bring together all different stakeholders. So government of the different countries, but also private sector, researchers, and the farmers. Quite really recently in Hanoi, Vietnam, I guess it was a month ago, there was a successful meeting supported by Japan with the partners, IGES, and other stakeholders, including IRI, where there was intense discussion, and the conclusion is clear. We already have the knowledge, the technology. We need better coordination to deploy that at scale. So it's quite rather good news. We don't need to innovate more. We already have plenty of innovation. Does not mean that we have to stop. We can still have more innovation, more technology, but we are not starting from nothing. We already have in our hand a lot of technologies and solutions ready to be deployed. At last COP29 in Baku, there was a lot of discussion on carbon market. And basically, they set the framework. But FAO, we did an analysis of where agri-food systems are in the voluntary carbon market. And we were surprised to see that there was only 10% of the voluntary carbon market project focusing on agri-food and delivering only 1% of the carbon credit. So it means that the niche is here, but it's really an untapped potential. So here it's a call really to how we can increase that connection between the Article 6264 and the voluntary carbon market. And here I know that Japan can do a lot with the Japanese carbon market. So I count on you also to have agriculture in the GCM. There is still a major finance gap. Next week, we will release our annual analysis of the public climate-related development finance. So this is a public flow, bilateral flow plus MDBs, multilateral donor banks. And when we compare from the last data we have on the previous year, we see agri-food system attracting 1% more, when all the other sectors attract 11% more. So we need to work to turn the agri-food system more attractive to investment. And for that, we count on all the actors, and including the private sector, to show, to drive us by example on pilot that can be scaled up really at the scale that we need to respond to our responsibility towards the people that are most impacted by climate change. So I'm quite sure the session will really provide a unique opportunity to discuss. We will see hopefully some good example, and this is what we need to share, to be more together and to collaborate. FAO, we are an important organization, but alone we cannot do much. We need really to count on all the partners, the different ministries, line ministries in charge of agriculture, forest, fisheries, the different government in the region, all the stakeholders, research on farmers. So this is what we need. We need to be farmer-centric. This is what FAO is always calling. So I really wish you success in that event. I have no doubt it will be a success. So, and thanks again for inviting FAO, and thanks again for the strong collaboration we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Berner, for your remarks. And next, we are honored to welcome on keynote speaker, Mr. Osamu Kubota, Deputy Assistant Minister, Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries of Japan. Mr. Kubota, please come up on the stage. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. First of all, on behalf of our organizer, I would like to express gratitude to everyone who has joined us today in person and online. As keynote speech, I would like to present the Midori Infinity, the new initiative that MAF has launched in May this year. So, first of all, I would like to start with something about the state around climate change and agriculture. Afro sector, meaning that agriculture, forestry, and other land use sector account for 22% of GHG emission. And the agricultural sector alone account for 11% of total GHG emission. On the other hand, only 4.3% of climate finance comes to the agri-food sector. High emission but low investment, and there is a critical gap here. And I think there are many reasons for this gap. One of the reasons I think is that implementing climate change measures in agri-food sector can sometimes be very tricky, meaning that the main purpose of the agri-food sector is to produce food, but there is often conflict between increasing food production and reducing GHG emissions. So therefore, we must think about a way to achieve both food security and GHG emission. So how can we reduce GHG emission without sacrificing food productions? I think the key is innovations. We need to develop technologies that can produce more while reducing GHG emission across all sectors of agriculture. And in addition to that, we must also develop a technology that support them, such as MRV technologies. And very, very fortunately, Japan already possesses a great many such innovative technologies. And if we can spread these existing innovative technologies throughout the world, we can make a significant contribution to global GHG reduction. So based on such ideas, MAF launched an initiative named Midori Infinity in May this year. It is a policy package to support overseas deployment of those innovative technologies. And the content of this policy package are to list technologies that reduce GHG emission while ensuring food production and measures for promoting technologies overseas, including utilizations of credit. By the way, the name Midori Infinity comes from the sentence right down here, initiative for net zero compatible with food security through international expansion of Japan's innovative technologies. And we pick up some letters and words and make the name Midori Infinity from these sentences. As I said, Japan has a lot of technologies and solutions, but those are not possessed only in public. In fact, most of them are developed in private, including startups. So to promote collaborations among players, MAF established Midori Consortium. Midori Consortium is a platform to promote collaborations and information sharing among member companies to realize the vision of Midori Infinity. And currently, there are 109 members, including agricultural machinery manufacturers, material feed manufacturers, startups, and financial institutions. And there are many private companies, members within the consortium. But one thing I would like to mention here is that they are private. So there is an aspect to the activities that they are doing as a business. But I feel more than that. I mean, I sense a strong passion to them to contribute to global reducing global GHG emissions. So later on today's session, I heard that the joint statement will be made by the Alliance of a Voluntary Japan Public Sector Midori Consortium, and I am looking forward to that. And this is my last slide, and it's about moving forward. First point is collaborations. To move forward things like this, just by math isn't enough. We already have the collaboration with private sectors through Midori Consortium, but in addition to that, collaborations with other organizations, like international organizations, like FAO, collaboration with financial institutions like World Bank and other development banks, and collaboration with funds like GCF and JF is critically needed. And the second point is localizations. As agriculture is a locally rooted industry, localizations of technology is essential. And Midori Infinity support such localizations as effort as well. By doing this, we believe that we can achieve both food security and GHG emission reduction. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kubota, for your presentation. And we will now move on to session 1. And please wait a moment while we prepare for the next session. Thank you.セッション1の方、どうぞ登壇者は前におかけいただけますでしょうか。Yes, so we have wonderful private sector people here. And now we will begin session 1, which features presentations from the Alliance of Voluntary Japanese Private Companies and the Midori Infinity. This session consists of 3 parts, highlighting initiatives by Japan's private sector in the fields of agriculture, livestock, and MRV. To start, we will focus on deglobalization solutions in the agriculture sector. Let me briefly introduce today's presentation in order. To start, we will focus on decarbonization solutions in the agriculture sector. Let me briefly introduce today's presentation in order, okay? So first, Ghg Corporation, working to reduce methane emissions through support for carbon credit generation and to increase soil carbon sequestration by applying biochar to farmlands. Actually, Mr. Tsuboi is going to present on behalf of Ghg Corporation. And next, Green Carbon Corporation, developing carbon credit projects through agriculture emission reductions and building systems to manage emissions based on farm operation data. Then, NEC Corporation, enhancing fertilizer efficiency and reducing fertilizer use through variable rate fertilized carbon and irrigation control systems. New Green Corporation, reducing methane emissions in rice cultivation through the development and introduction of the iGamma robot and water-saving cultivation methods. EF Polymer Corporation, improving soil water and nutrient retention using plant-derived biodegradable superabsorbent polymers. And finally, Toin Corporation, promoting soil carbon sequestration and soil health recovery through high-performance biochar produced with microbial cultivation technology. Okay, so we would now like to invite each company to present their initiatives. Thank you for your kind attention. So now, for the first presentation, we would like to invite Mr. Tsuboi, Shunsuke Tsuboi, from Zagre Company Limited on behalf of Mr. Takahiro Ishizaki, CEO of Ghg Corporation. He's going to give a speech of Ghg Corporation.
Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Shunsuke Tsuboi. Behalf of Taka, so I'm the pinch hitter of the Ghg. So agriculture today faces the serious challenges caused by climate change, such as the heat stress and drought, which reduce both yield and quality. That means adaptation to environmental change is now one of the most urgent issues for farmers. To achieve effective adaptation, we need both research and development working hand in hand. Ghg play a key role in supporting this entire process, from scientific trial to field implementation. However, these adaptation efforts require continuous financial resource to sustain. So how do we make this possible? Ghg business model connects mitigation and the adaptation. Within each project, we expand decarbonization practice, such as alternative wetting and drying. It's called AWD, to reduce greenhouse emissions. The environmental value created. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. In the form of carbon credit, is then, it's okay, circulated in the market. By reinvesting the revenue from these credits, we generate the funding necessary to expand further adaptation measures for farmers. In short, Ghg creates a sustainable cycle, reducing emission, generating carbon credit, funding adaptation, empowering agriculture. So next, let me explain how we put adaptation into practice. Ghg develops and provide what we called adaptation recipes. These are customized combination of technologies, materials, and microbes designed to help farmers adapt to local environmental challenges. Adaptation is not achieving by a single technology. It requires an integrated approach that blends cultivation techniques, soil amendments, and biological inputs. For example, we have developed a functional biochar, which combines biochar with biostimulants to enhance soil health and stress tolerance. We further mix this with microbe and the molten slag, a calcium silicate material to improve plant growth and resilience. Each recipe is tailored to specific crops, soils, and climate conditions, adjusting the amount, timing, and the composition of material used. Through these custom recipes, we have already observed significant yield improvement as shown in the trial result on the right. This approach not only helps farmers adapt to climate stress, but also contribute to sustainable production and carbon reduction at the same time. In Japan, Ghg projects are now active in 39 prefectures, achieving a 20 times increase in scale compared to the previous year. This rapid growth demonstrates that our model is both scalable and effective. Building on the success of this domestic model, we are now expanding our operation to Southeast Asia and Africa. Continents such as Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, India, and Uganda, and Zimbabwe. In these regions, we are adapting our methodology, including biochar application, AWD, and reduce the fertilizer practice to fit local agriculture system and climate. Ghg goal is to build a global platform for sustainable, climate resilience agriculture that connects farmers, science, and carbon finance. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tsuboi. Such a wonderful presentation. And next, we would like to invite Mr. Boreasme Long, General Director of Green Carbon Corporation, to deliver his presentation. Mr. Long, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rick. So I'm representing Green Carbon to share with all of you our initiative. This is not our slide. Can you move to our slide, please? Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Thank you. Green Carbon, we are the leading nature-based solution carbon credits development companies in Asia. And we are mainly focused in 6 different verticals. So we have very ambitious targets across these 6 verticals in the alternate wetting and drying to reduce the methane from the rice paddy field. So as of November 2025, we already contracted around 1.5 million hectares. So by 2027, so we will be looking at expanding our activity across 10 million hectares in the region. And the second vertical, we are looking at the blue carbon, which is doing the conservation in the mangrove reforestation. So we're looking at increasing the implementation across 200,000 hectares. And we also looking to implement the region agricultures in the region and we're going to expand to 3 million hectares by 2027. And at the moment, we are commissioned around 4 plants, biochar plant in the Philippines and India. So by 2027, we're looking to generate around 100,000 tons of biochar. And we also developing the project in the inland reforestation. So at the moment, we are piloting around 4,000 hectares in the Philippines. And in the domestic markets and international market, we're also looking at the methane reduction from the livestock. So for green carbon, as of now, we develop around 40 projects in the compliant and voluntary markets. So across 8 different methodology and five different registry. So as the carbon credit has become a cornerstone and also become a concern by the investor and regulators, so we are going to increase our transparency and integrity by introducing the Green technology, the platform that will be enhance the transparency and quality of the carbon credit that we are going to generate. So we try to digitalize everything through this platform. And the Green will be provide the access to the farmers to estimate their cost of productions and also participate within our projects. And Green is the platform. We will be providing access to the government, the regulators, and also the investor and buyer to track all the credit that we being generated. So this is all the initiative that green carbon been invested and developed throughout these years. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Long. And next, we would like to invite Ms. Miki Sato, Senior Director at NEC Corporation, to deliver her presentation. Ms. Sato, please come in. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Miki Sato from the GX Business Development Department at NEC Corporation. Today, I will share how NEC is driving decarbonization in agriculture, reducing environmental impact while supporting farmers. NEC offers advanced agricultural solutions, CrocsPulp, that go beyond digitalization. CrocsPulp contribute to cost savings and environmental impact. By combining satellite and soil sensors with AI-based optimization, CrocsPulp enables fertilizer and mitigation recommendations, disease prevention, harvest forecasting, and management. Among these features, today, I will focus on how our fertilizer recommendation function plays a key role in mitigating climate change. CropScope has variable rate fertilization, VRF, which helps to reduce fertilizer usage while maintaining crop yield. Using NDVI, left side, and soil nitrogen maps and previous yield data, VRF maps prevent over-fertilization. In a past pilot project, right side please, we have successfully reduced nitrogen usage by up to 22%. This year, NEC is proud to be selected as the only Japanese company for the Net Carbon Impact Project Assessment by EU Green Digital Coalition, ECDC. Net carbon impact is a scientific methodology developed by ECDC to assess the overall climate effect of digital solutions. It compares the carbon impact of a scenario with an ICT technology, and a reference scenario without the ICT solution within the same boundary. The assessment identified 23% of CO2 reduction and the net carbon impact effect of 6 tons of CO2 each year. NEC's agricultural solutions show how technology can reduce environmental impact and create economic value. We will continue to drive sustainable agriculture through innovation. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sato. And next, okay, I would like to invite Mr. Tetsuya Nakamura, Executive Vice President of New Green Corporation, to give his presentation. Mr. Nakamura, the floor is yours.
My name is Tetsuya Nakamura. I worked on car development at Nissan Motor Company for 23 years after graduating from university. Since the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, so I have been volunteering to build this Aigamo robot while farming life on the weekends. After that, I left Nissan Motor Company in 2019 to start my current company, New Green. First slide is taken from an introduction to Japan's GHG emission reduction technologies in agriculture field that the Japan government presented to the world. About 10 companies were selected by the Japanese government, and New Green is one of them. New Green's corporate philosophy is to connect Japanese agriculture to the global environmental market, focusing on R&D and manufacturing of Aigamo robot, sales of agricultural materials for direct feeding in dry rice paddies, purchasing and sales of organic rice, and production and sales of processed organic rice products, mainly porridge for kids. Our business scope includes all life-related business, from production to purchasing and sales. Described here, so the GHG emission reduction technology is attracting attention. These projects are under development with MAF. This activity is also spreading to Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam and Philippines. And also this year, demonstration experiments have begun in Taiwan and South Korea. To further expand this activity, we are building a system that Aigamo robot works in collaboration with water management system and the BAF cultivation monitoring system. BAF means the world's largest chemical manufacturer. We are working with BAF to develop jointly system for efficiency using and reducing chemicals. So left side picture is Japanese government PR of Aigamo robot at ex-government official account. So if you have any interest in, please search and see this 1-minute short movies after. Right side picture shows biodiversity is 40% up on species and amounts by using iGAMO robo compared with non-iGAMO robo fields at World Heritage Iriomote Island. The oxygen pumped in the water and soil by iGAMO robo so change the microorganism in the soil and change the small organism live in this field, and resulting in an increase in the number of chicks and attracts many swallows to eat the chicks. That picture is so swallow coming. So iGAMO robo is using in the rice paddy field. Maximum usage is 1.5 hectares per one robot. Effect is reduction of pesticides for weeding and the population of golden apple snails and reduction of methane gas emission. iGAMO robo is powered by himself solar panel and integrated battery, which is self-charging in iGAMO robo working. Autonomous driving system using public GPS and our own inexpensive control system. The key point is that the cost of the battery and autonomous system is kept low. And then one push of power button to start using without presetting by smartphone. And only 6 kg lightweight, including battery. So easy to carry even for elderly people and women. This is all for the key point, easy operation to using the robot. Stirs water the soil with a special brush. No picture, sorry. And provides air and oxygen to water and soil for reducing methane gas emissions and while growing the seedling. And block sunlight that prevent weeds growing without pesticide. And the robot emits the frequency into the water that golden apple snails dislike. So preventing seedling ate by golden apple snails. Finally, expected social impact by iGAMO robo is boost rice productivity and export through smart robotics, and promote eco-friendly farming and protects local ecosystems, and cuts methane gas emission. Now studying and making a paper. So this year I explain reduction amount over 50%, and helps bridge the communication gap between rural and urban communications by this friendly robot. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nakamura. And next, we will have a presentation by Mr. Kunihiro Shimoji, but I would like to invite Mr. Shunsuke Tsuboi from Sagari Company Limited on behalf of Mr. Shimoji from COO of EF Polymer Corporation. So, Mr. Tsuboi, please come here.
This is the second time to present. So my friend Kunisa, I pinch hitter of the EF Polymer. So thank you everyone. So today I'm excited to introduce EF Polymer, the world only one. Sorry. Yes, that's right. The world only 100 natural water and the fertilizer retaining polymer. Our product is made from the bio-waste materials, such as the orange peels and other agriculture residue. This means it's not only effective for farmers, but also completely eco-friendly. Just 1 gram EF polymer can absorb up to 50 times its own weight in water. After mixed into your farm, it remains effective and repeat water absorption and releasing in the soil for about 6 months and completely biodegraded within 1 year, leaving no harmful residue behind. The impact are truly remarkable. The water usage can be reduced by up to 40%, and the fertilizer use can decrease by around 20%, and the crop yields can increase by approximately 20%. Moreover, if polymer helps revitalize the soil ecosystem, making the land healthier and more productive over time. So now let me share our vision. Vision is like a circular model that connects waste reduction and sustainable farming. With our patented technology, we can upcycle locally collected bio-waste into an eco-friendly polymer that supports local farmers. Here's how the cycle works. We collected upcycle bio-waste, turning them into EF polymer. This is eco-friendly. This polymer in their field, which helps them combat drought and reduce fertilizer cost. As a result, their crop yields and income increase. This is the cycle. And local economy became more resilient. Finally, by sourcing bio-waste locally, we created a sustainable circular system, one that benefits both the environment and the farming community. So this is a global expansion seat. Since our launch, EF polymer has grown rapidly on a global scale. We are currently operating in India and Japan, the European Union, the United States, and Thailand, and conducting proof of concept project in more than 20 countries worldwide. Since 2021, we have sold over 500 tons of EF polymer to more than 50,000 farmers across the globe. Our technology has gained trust and recognized for its effectiveness, affordability, and environmental benefits. Our mission moving forward is to expand our reach to even more regions facing water scarcity and rising agricultural costs, and to help farmers achieving sustainable productivity through our natural and circular innovation. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tsuboi, for representing twice. Okay, so next I would like to invite Mr. Takuto Nagata, Chief Global Officer of Towing Corporation, for his presentation. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Takuto Nagata from Towing. So I'm managing the global business of this company. Sorry for the very busy slide, but so we're from Japan. We're from the university called Nagoya University. It's a national university in Japan. So we developed the microbial project out of like a biochar and microbial. So this is what we're doing. And we started in 2020, founded and quickly expanding to in Japan. And also we have a lot of projects outside Japan, in the US, Thailand, in other markets. Yeah, so maybe I can. So what we're developing is the material called soratan, which is the mixture of biochar and the microbial, consortia and organic fertilizer. So I think there was a similar concept in the previous slides, but the idea is that I think a lot of people are aware about the biochar, but the biochar is very porous structure. So it is a very good place that actually put the microorganism in order to thrive inside the biochar. So rather than directly putting the microorganism into the soil, we use the biochar as a house of the microorganism so that the microbial is very strong in the biochar, and then put it in the soil to make it more biological activity more active. So what we are developing is that we have a microbial consortia formulation technology that is developed from the Japanese governmental agency called NARO and the Nagoya University, which is creating a very good balance of the microorganism within the biochar. With this, it's almost like we're talking about 1,000 species of the microorganism. So rather than having a few species, we're blending the the microorganism into a good balance to create this formula of the beneficial microorganism inside of biochar. So in the right side, you can see what happens if you put the biochar and the soratan into the soil. Usually we put in the 10 or 15 centimeters below the the surface of the soil, and kind of perform it radically creates a very good soil condition by the biochar and the microorganism in formulation. So it can capture more moisture, like water in the soil, can keep the nutrients more in the soils also. So it's acting as the chemical properties, and also by the accelerated the biological activity can crack down the organic fertilizer, organic nutrients more, so you can fully utilize the organic fertilizer by having this biological activity. So this is what we're how we can change the a soil structure very rapidly. While of course, through the function of biochar, we can capture and sequester the CO2 into the farmland. So we have a lot of projects throughout Japan, throughout the world. We're doing a lot of things in Brazil, actually. So we're working with the Japanese government, JICA, to tackle the degraded pastureland recovery model. So this is what we're doing. We're also pretty active in the US. So we have a lot of the project that is related to the regenerative agriculture to transform the supply chain of the food companies. And also we're pretty active in Thailand. So we're partnering with a huge conglomerate, SCG Cement. So they produce a biochar and we activate the biochar bioproduct. So we have a lot of projects throughout the world. And the right, you can see some of the projects that we're doing. And upper right, I'm sorry, it's very small, but so this is a project we have in the sugarcane. So we are partnering with the Japanese beverage company. And the idea is that they want to decarbonize and improve the soil health of their supply chain. So we partner with the local sugar conglomerate to kind of restore the soil health and and also decarbonize the 7,000 hectares of farmland of the sugarcane. Yeah, and we're going to develop in this project. So we have a lot of a project similar to this. So in the right side, it's a coffee project that we are doing with the company called Morinaga. So this is again, they want to decarbonize and improve the soil health in Brazil and the coffee value chain. So we partner with the Kanematsu Corporation, which is a trading house, to implement our project. And sort of we're doing a project called carbon insetting. So rather than generating the carbon credit, we actually reduce the carbon footprint of directly from the supply chain. So so we do this similar project in palm oil. We do a project in we have tomatoes. We have a project in cassava. So we're developing all this project. We really closely work with the food and food companies in order to develop this project and expanding to the world to really decarbonizing the supply chain in the world. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nagata. So how about that? Please give them a round of applause for 5 wonderful people. Thank you very much for beautiful presentation. And that concludes session 1, presentations on decarbonization solutions in the agriculture sector. And next, we would like to welcome session 2 speakers who will present decarbonization solutions in the livestock sector. Please take the floor. Please come up on the stage. Again, Mr. Tsuboi, thank you. And others, 他の方もどうぞ、セッション2の方はステージにご登壇ください。ご登壇いただいている間にご紹介をさせていただきたいと思います。So, yes, while they're having seats, I would like to... I see, okay. Okay, so Mr. Tsuboi is going to attend to session 3. Okay, so now I would like to introduce the companies presenting in session 2 in order. First, EcoPro Corporation, which works to reduce GHG emission by providing amino acid balance feed for swine. And next, Ajinomoto Corporation, which works to reduce GHG emissions by providing amino acid balance feed for beef and dairy cattle, and to reduce environmental impacts through biostimulants derived from amino acid production byproducts. And finally, Asahi Biosciences Corporation, which promotes water-saving rice cultivation using functional materials derived from beer yeast to reduce methane emissions, improves the efficiency of livestock production through feed additives, and enhances soil physicochemical properties and fertility through composing promoters. So thank you again, and we look forward to your presentations. And now we would like to start the first presentation from EcoPro Corporation, Mr. Yusuke Numazawa, Ghg Project Business Team Leader. Mr. Numazawa, please come here and take the floor.
Hello, everyone. I am Yusuke Numazawa from EcoPork. I'm a little bit feel shy because after Mr. Towing, very influent English speaking. Okay, but I do my best. Again, I'm Yusuke Numazawa from EcoPork, a Japanese startup founded in 2017. We develop and provide digital solutions and carbon credit solutions for pig farming and helping pig farmers increasing their activity, their productivity and decrease the environmental impact. Our goal is to contribute to solving the global challenges such as protein crisis and food securities. Now, today, 50% of pig farmers in Japan use our solutions, cloud-based management system called Poker, and pig farmers have achieved about 7% improvement in their productivity per year. And now we are expanding our solutions globally. This year in the United States, in July, we became the first Japanese company to exhibit World Pork Expo, the one of the largest pig farming events in the world, held in states of Iowa, and also in the Ukraine. We are working under United States project to rebuild pork industry to be more resilient and sustainable. Today, let me share our carbon credit initiative. Last year, we launched carbon credits program under Ghg authorized by Japanese government. I think now we are the only company to complementing carbon credit for pig farmers in Japan, maybe in the world. This methodology is called nitrogen reduction from manual management through amino acid balanced feed. This logic is very simple. Pig farmers change their pig feed from conventional feed to amino acid balanced feed, which contains about 20 amino acids in better balance and totally lower protein amount levels. As a result, pigs can digest more efficiently, producing their manure less nitrogen in the manure. Less nitrogen in manure means less GHG emission in the pig farming. Well, let me check. Well, this approach can reduce about 10 to 30% GHG reduction per pig. And these are the impacts of this approach. The pig farmers can, with 10,000 pigs, pig farmers can reduce the 200 to 500 tons CO2 equivalent GHG. And the next one, besides the reduction of GHG, it also improve the better growth of the pork and reduce soil pollution thanks to cleaner manure with less amount nitrogen. This is proved by Japanese government. And the third one, we EcoPork is not a feed company, but we provide digital tools to calculate, to make calculation of GHG emission simple, reliable, and transparent. And the final one, I think this is the most important thing. This approach can be applied to all pig farmers in any regions. For example, this country, Brazil, has 45 million pigs. If this methodology can be applied to this country across all the country, we estimate that the GHG reduction could be 1 million to 3 million tons CO2 equivalent per year. So if you're interested in this story, let's work together to implement GHG emission in the pig farming. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nurimasawa. And next, I would like to invite Dr. Kaori Ono, Executive Officer of Ajinomoto Corporation, for her presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity today. So my name is Kaori Ono. I lead sustainability at Ajinomoto, one of the largest food and biotech company based in Japan. So over 100 years, sorry, sorry. Yeah. Over 100 years, Ajinomoto has been researching the science of amino acids, the essential component for all living things, starting from the microorganisms to the plants and animals, including human. Which means we can contribute to the health of the planet and also the humans by leveraging amino acids and its science. Here in Cop30, we are focusing on our role as a company to create innovation and science-based solutions and to implement them into the real world through the collaboration with many stakeholders. Regarding the transformation of agri-food systems, our strategy is very simple. Innovative agricultural inputs, including amino acid solutions, are critical piece of the pro-farmer agricultural transformation, helping make a significant contribution to climate action, as well as creating the economic opportunity for farmers and the companies. Let me show you some of the examples shown here. Sorry, the letters are a little bit small. So first of all, from the left-hand side, for livestock, we developed a solution for one of the most hard to abate area, livestock. Details were mentioned by the previous speaker, but Agipro-L amino acid supplement to dairy and beef cattle can improve protein utilization that can lead to a more sustainable and profitable industry, reducing emissions up to 20%, lowering farmers' costs, the boost the incomes, enhancing resilience and mitigating risk of deforestation. And for plants, this is a second example. we have biostimulants. This was also mentioned by the previous speakers, but again, this is just a kind of supplement for crops to improve the yields, quality of the product, and raise resilience to the extreme weather like high temperature and drought. So we are piloting solutions that can accelerate restoring the degraded pasture in Brazil here under the collaboration between Japanese government and the Brazilian government that is called Green Partnership Initiatives. So, well, we think none of such solutions could be implemented in the real world without the ecosystem, the collaboration with the many stakeholders, like finance and academia and policy makers, regulators, international organizations. So we are working on new financing mechanisms and specific place-based partners as well as with government partners to accelerate the change. So, well, I forgot to mention about this. More than half of our Ajinomoto Group's revenue comes from the Southeast Asia and Latin America. So we have a very strong footprint in this area, and we would like to work together with the like-minded peers. So please join us if you are interested in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ono. And next, I would like to invite Mr. Kazuo Yamauchi, Senior Manager of Asahi Biosciences Corporation, for his presentation. Mr. Yamauchi.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm very honored to be here at COP30 with everyone today. I'm Kazuo Yamauchi, Senior Manager of Asahi Biosciences, one of a group company of Asahi Group Holdings. As many of you may know, Asahi Group Holdings, we are top 3 in the world beer industry. As Asahi Group Holdings, we have been enjoying nature's gift and also appreciate nature's gift to produce our products and also our services for over 100 years. But as we are all aware, we are facing global environment issues, and we have formulated Asahi Carbon Zero, which is with a net goal is with a goal achieve net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2040, ensuring a sustainable future for both business and ourselves. Here, I would like to explain Asahi Biocycle. It's one of the Asahi Group Holdings and 100% shareholder of my Asahi Biosciences. Asahi Biosciences is one of a branch in the United States. So Asahi Biocycle, our management division is creating the future with the power of biotechnology. Asahi Group Holdings, we have a lot of history and biotechnologies over the years. And we aim to be a business that contributes to solving social issues around the world by providing safe and secure food and achieve a sustainable living environment through the power of biotechnology, including technologies for utilizing useful microorganisms and fermentation technologies that Asahi Group have cultivated through its long years of research. Next slide, I will explain some of the details of our product. So our business in Brazil, we have 3 products. Left side of the slide is called Cop30. It's our #1 best-selling item since 1986. The map in blue shows where we have sales and or we have our product Cop30 is registered and ready to sell. About 60 countries as of today. This Cop30 is a live microbial product for poultry, swine, and cattle. So poultry is like a chicken, broiler, and also layers, eggs, and swine is pigs, and cattle is bovine cows. Containing a bacillus subtilis C3102, it's our unique strain we have. With Cop30 in the feed, animals, its gut health improve the gut health and healthy animals, improve the productivity. I don't have the numbers today, but improving the productivity, it will require less feed input. And we believe less feed input means less forest cutting and less land to farm the crops, and also less energy to produce a feed. So it will result in reducing greenhouse gas. Right side is agri products, CW1 and Fabrics. CW1 is using a byproduct of a beer yeast. We have a lot of beer yeast, and most of beer yeast we are selling to a cow feed for the most of them. But we spent more than 10 years to make our beer yeast cell walls becoming a functional raw material for agriculture. So with a patented process, our beer yeast cell walls became liquid fertilizer, which has a lot of functions. One of the function is promoting a root growth, and also hairy root, lateral root, a lot of growing and nutrient uptake. And also photosynthesis activity is increased. Another function is increased stress tolerance in response to heat, drought, and cold. So similar to other products, but it's also related to climate change. We all here today. And also, we have observed just 2 years ago, our CW1 has a stable germination and vigor growth in initial stage by cross RCS. It's a radical carbon species to giving energy, delivering a radical stress, radicals to giving a positive stress to the seed for a good germination. So that combined with this cross RCS and Fabrics, we have conducted trials with the support with MAF and MAPA and also YKK Farm. This was together with Ajinomoto-san. We have observed better germination, stable germination in not optimal conditions. So drought conditions, heat conditions. So germination condition germination is very critical for the farming. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yamauchi. And that concludes session 2. So please give them a round of applause again. ありがとうございました。So next we will proceed to see session 3, so which will feature presentation on decarbonization solutions in the MRV sector. Speakers for session 3, please come up on the stage. And session 2 speakers, thank you very much for attending. では、セッション3の方、どうぞご登壇くださいませ。In session 3, we will feature two Japanese startups engaged in measurement, reporting, and verification initiatives essential for carbon credit insurance. First, Al-Qaeda Corporation, which provides satellite-based agriculture and forestry monitoring and MRV solutions to support carbon credit development. Next, Sagri Corporation, which offers MRV solutions for farmland parceling and soil analysis, as well as for monitoring paddy water levels and methane reduction utilizing satellite and AI technologies. Thank you for your attention. And now, for the first presentation, we would like to invite Mr. Takamasa Ogasawara, Senior Manager of the Ghg project, Al-Qaeda Corporation. Mr. Ogasawara, please take the floor.
Thanks for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Hiromasa Tsumura from Al-Qaeda. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this valuable opportunity to speak here today. Before diving into our technology, let me briefly introduce who we are and what we do. Al-Qaeda is a company from Japan, and we build a satellite data and AI-based digital MLB platform to enable high-integrity nature-based carbon projects. We continuously monitor forests, rice paddies, mangroves, and other agricultural landscapes, combine satellite data, AI, and field data. This helps project developers and credit buyers create, verify, and manage transparent and credible carbon credits from field monitoring to credit outcomes. We have been working with governments, universities, and local partners across Asia to build credible and scalable models for nature-based carbon projects. And today, here in Brazil, I would like to share how we are preparing to expand this approach internationally, including future collaboration across Latin America. Now, let me share the technology behind this platform. Our platform integrates satellite data, AI, and field insight to measure project implementation and resulting emission reductions across forests and agriculture, transparently at that scale. Let me share a few examples. First, agriculture. We stratify rice growing regions, monitor water raising patterns, and detect AW practice. We also track cropping calendars linked to metal reduction outcomes. This allows smallholder farmers to prove climate actions and access climate finance opportunities. Next, forests. We build dynamic baseline from multi-year satellite data and generate red plus risk maps for degradation and deforestation pressure. This provides a scientific foundation for additionality, leakage, and long-term climate benefits. We are also developing GNN AI to turn satellite data and field data into clear MRB reports, making high-integrity monitoring more accessible beyond technical experts. And finally, our R&D ecosystem. We collaborate with Mitsubishi Electric and the University of Tokyo and JAXA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, to advance satellite data AI analytics, including L-Bansa for tropical forests and automated MRP workflows. These partnerships ensure scientific rigor and alignment with international standards from pilot site to national level system. That's a very brief overview of our technology. Next, I'll share how we are using this model and our next step in Latin America. We are currently implementing projects in Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Philippines in agriculture, forests, and mangroves. We work together with government agencies, universities, and local communities to build transparent and inclusive climate solutions. Through this project, we have established a strong foundation for scalable and science-based models. And now we are preparing to bring this model to Brazil and Latin America. We believe this region holds tremendous potential for high-integrated nature-based climate solutions. We look forward to partnering with public institutions, research organizations, and project developers to co-create solutions that respect local ecosystems and cultures and empower local communities. Thank you very much. We will be truly honored to work together to build a trusted and equitable nature-based future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next, I would like to invite Mr. Shunsuke Tsuboi, Representative Director, CEO of Saguri Corporation, for his presentation. Finally, thank you very much.
I'm not the pinch hitter. I'm a real presenter in this one. I'm a founder and CEO of Saguri. So thank you very much. So that's so time is limited. So like more to faster to speak about ourselves. So I'm honored to share about the satellite and AI technology driving agriculture decarbonization and the climate resilience. Saguri is an agri-tech and climate tech and space tech startup with mission is like creating value by visualizing farmland. We transform the agriculture landscape using satellite data, machine learning, and digital monitoring. Our brief is simple. Transparency is so important. So the key is MRV2. So we mix the like satellite data and machine learning. So measurement and reporting the vertification, understanding the true state of the like soil situation, water situation, and the farmland situation is the foundation of sustainable agriculture. So noisy. Our works stand on 3 pillars. The first one is the farmland boundary detection. So we called AI polygon, enabling the precise mapping and traceability. The second one is the soil carbon monitoring, estimating the soil organic carbon, called SOC, via satellite data and machine learning. The third one is like a paddy water monitoring, detecting the inundation and water stress in rice regions. Together, these are developed across Asia, Europe, and Africa, Latin America in collaboration with the government sector, corporation, and the farmers organization. Let me highlight the soil carbon monitoring, which is a key for both climate mitigation and the soil health. Traditional SOC measurement require costly, labor-intensive sampling. So Saguri changed this situation. Solve this using digital soil mapping, integrating multi-sensor satellite imagery, and the environmental datasets. This allows the scalable and the high-resolution SOC estimation with minimum physical sampling. In 2025, Bera approved the VT0014 digital soil mapping module, and Saguri became one of the earliest global adapters. Our Vietnam project under VM0042 entered the public comment in October in this year, among the world's first real carbon project applying this digital methodology. Our second announce is like Saguri Vision is a digital MRV platform for measuring and reporting land sector emissions. It aligned with the Ghg protocol, LSRG, and the SBT flag, now critical for corporate reporting. Saguri Vision integrates SOC and the regenerative agriculture data, making MRV more cost efficient, scalable, and compliant with the standard like VM0042 and the VT0014. Finally, our paddy water monitoring technology strengthens climate adaptation. Using satellite data, we track water level and detect the abnormal wet or dry patterns, helping farmers and government plan irrigation, reduce risk, and manage to decrease the methane emission more efficiently. By combining these 3 pillars, digital soil mapping, digital MRV2, and paddy water monitoring, Saguri offers a unified data-driven foundation for both mitigation and adaptation in agriculture. We are committed to making agriculture climate action measurable and transparent and globally credible. If you are interested, let's discuss for the collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tsuboi. That concludes session 3, so please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. That was the presentation of various solutions contributing to the realization of Midori Infinity's Japan. And we will now proceed to the next session. Thunder. Yes. So that's why we are using this microphone. Yes. This is Amazon. So please wait a moment while we prepare for the next session. So thank you very much. So now we would like to invite the Alliance of Voluntary Japanese Private Companies to make their joint statement on climate change, agri-food systems, and sustainable development, reflecting their contributions through the solutions presented today. To begin, representing the Alliance, Dr. Ono from Ajinomoto Corporation will deliver the statement. Dr. Ono, the floor is yours.
So thank you very much for introducing our new initiatives described here. As explained in the keynote speech, in May this year, Japanese MAF created a platform for private sectors to make a more collaboration in this field to contribute to the transformation of the agri-food systems. And under this platform, we voluntarily decided to make a new alliance of some of the companies to create the new team to present our technologies and innovations to bring here in COP30 to make more collaboration with the global stakeholders. So on behalf of the 32 companies, I would like to thank to MAF, first of all, to create this important platform for us. And we would like to contribute more through these initiatives and through this COP30 meetings. So let me read through this statement. Anyways, sorry. Yeah. So there are three key points in our aspiration. Firstly, we believe that now is the time to advance the transformation of agri-food systems with real effectiveness in collaboration with all stakeholders. The second, we believe that companies must lead innovation and its innovations by forming ecosystems with partners across the supply chain. And thirdly, we believe that through collaboration with governments and international organizations, climate finance flow needs to be redirected toward initiatives by all stakeholders contributing to the transformation of agri-food systems. All these important points are already highlighted by the keynote speakers, and we really sincerely hope to work together with the like-minded friends, companies, and regulators all around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ono, for the statement. You can please be back. Yes, thank you very much. So that brings us to the end of today's seminar. So we hope that the solutions are and the statement presented today will further encourage public-private collaboration to promote the global deployment of Ghg emission reduction technologies and to attract more climate finance to the agriculture sector. I would like to invite all our presenters to come up to the stage again, and please join us in giving them a big round of applause. So please come to the stage. Yes, you're the all speakers. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for attendance. So once again, please give them a round of applause. Thank you for attending. and giving us a wonderful speech. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, still? Okay, we still have another photograph. Okay, so now we can conclude completely. Thank you very much for attending.